Hi, and welcome to Relationships in Astrology and this week's Planets in Love. I'm Armand Diaz in New York.
And I'm Margaret Gray in Dublin, Ireland.
Margaret, it's the first week of 2017. What do we have going on this week?
Well, it's certainly an interesting year ahead, of course, and it's particularly interesting for anybody who has planets really around 20 degrees, particularly Aries and Libra, but that's more of an overview of the year. And this is really about looking at the week ahead. And, I like to think of the transits or the planetary energies a little bit like music, where, there's a kind of sound in the background that goes throughout the music, throughout the tune, and then there's other sounds that we tune into at different points in the music. So just to really say that at the moment, we're still kind of feeling a little bit the effects of Saturn square Chiron, which really has been bringing up a few old wounds to maybe be cleared out around the theme of relationships. And that doesn't go on too long. It really only goes on till January 6th. So we've only got a few more days of that. And also the other big thing that's just happened, of course, has been Jupiter opposing Uranus in Aries, which will have more of that during the year. So really, there may be some people reeling a little bit from that. There may be a few shocks around relationship issues. So that, of course, will kind of also smooth itself out during the week. So they're kind of the core energies that are still lingering a little bit from 2016.
We're also coming up this week is the first quarter moon, and that's always kind of a time when people feel like getting active. We sort of wake up from the new moon and want to sort of push into the world and do something. It's a good time to push into the world and do something. Although I think this week we have a little bit of sleepy energy too. We have the moon in Pisces for a good part of the week. But we don't start that way on January 1st.
Yes, indeed. January 1st, we're going to look at Sunday. We've got Mars conjunct Neptune in Pisces, and that's also sextile the Sun in Capricorn. So I would describe it as really quite a romantic day, potentially, to maybe relax a little bit, chill out, be gentle with each other, maybe go for a walk on the beach if you're near a beach, maybe listen to some music together. So it's quite a relaxing day. And for anybody who's not in a relationship, this is quite a good time to maybe use your imagination in terms of what would you like in a relationship, because of course everything starts in our imagination and then works its way out. So that's kind of really the end of one week and the start of the new year.
And when we get into Monday, we certainly have that sort of romantic kind of feeling going on. First of all, though, the moon is going to meet Venus as she's at the very end of Pisces, and that's going to be maybe great for socializing and sort of a little bit more like open air type of vibe to it. And then moon goes into Pisces, meets up with Neptune, is going to go on to meet Mars. And so I think on Monday, then there's going to be some of that dreamy energy is going to return.
Yes, and then on Tuesday, Venus moves into Pisces. So then we're going to have 5 planets in Pisces plus the South Node. So this is really a week where there's so much Pisces energy around. And Pisces, the highest expression of Pisces really is romanticism, creativity, the arts, music, and of course, unconditional love. And the most limited expression is really just general confusion, maybe addiction, using substances, all of that. So maybe a good day to just let go of things, to relax, and really to be as creative as possible with a loved one.
Then comes Wednesday, and at midweek, we get a little bit of a change again as the moon goes into Aries, and this is for the first quarter moon. So now this is a time when we kind of wake up and get riled up and say this is a time to go forward with things. So I think Wednesday is a time when we might start feeling a little bit more like going out and having some more of a social type of thing rather than sort of staying in.
Yes, and the interesting thing about Wednesday is just to mention that Mercury goes back into Sagittarius, and of course it's still retrograde, so there's still some confusion around communication, but when it goes back into Sag, it's really going to have a different feel about it, and these are the last few days of Mercury retrograde. It finishes on January 8th. Keep in mind that there's still another week or so when it's in shadow, but it's certainly the beginning of kind of a little bit of more clarity in communication with loved ones.
Indeed. Thursday, I don't know that we have much in the way of specific relationship aspects, but it very much is still first quarter moon in Aries, so go. Friday?
I don't have much on Friday either. It's really just lunar aspects. So do you have anything on Friday? Because I didn't see much really. So I think it's more of the same. So, nothing in particular to highlight.
Taurus moon is going to sextile Venus. It's not a big deal, I suppose, but it sounds like it'd be pretty nice for a Friday night. It's a Taurus moon, Venus in Pisces. I'm thinking a nice meal and a bottle of wine.
Oh, absolutely. And then Sunday, that's quite a day, isn't it? When the sun is conjunct Pluto and Capricorn. So that's a potentially quite a transformative day.
Saturday, you skipped over
Sorry,
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, I'm wrong day. So yes, that's very powerful. So an important day to be very conscious of how we relate, particularly with our nearest and dearest, because really the Pluto in Capricorn is such a powerful energy with the sun shining a light on it. Great day to kind of make major decisions, to get major insights and clarity.
Mental Saturday, I think, moon in Taurus is a great day for enjoying things. The moon goes void rather late at night, but I don't think that that's really going to change anything. I think it's just it's a nice time to it's a nice time to have a nice time. I think that, it's a good, enjoyable, and the moon is waxing, so somewhat fun vibe. I'm looking forward to it.
That sounds good. And we end the week with Sunday Mercury going direct. So a little bit more clarity, another week to go, and then we're out of the woods with the shadow period. And so not a bad way to end a week, really. So we wish everyone a wonderful week, and we'll be back next week for the transits of the following week for the planets in love. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.